Hello, everyone. A very warm welcome to all of you. Thank you for joining us today for this exciting webinar on how top companies use data analytics and AI for competitive advantage and data driven growth. This session, you will learn how leading companies leverage data analytics and AI to uncover insights, predict trends, optimize operations, and driven smart business decisions and practical framework and real world strategies to build a data driven culture that fuels innovation, efficiency, and sustainable competitive growth. Now, let's move to our expert speakers. For today, this webinar will be presented by Mr. Devendra Kumar, a senior data analyst with over 8 years of experience in data analytics, machine learning, business intelligence, and stakeholder management. He's also an experienced trainer specializing in AI, machine learning, and generative AI, helping learners bridge the gap between theory and real world application. And we also have Mr. Abhishek Shukla, who is a senior AI developer with over 10 research papers published. This session is brought to you by the IoT Academy and EdTech in This session is brought to you by the IoT Academy, an EdTech training partner of Unique Coverage Technology Private Limited, founded in 2017 and based in Noida, India. The IoT Academy offers industry-focused certificate course in IoT, embedded system, artificial intelligence, machine learning, data science, Python, and digital marketing, both online and offline. The Academy collaborates with top industries such as IIT Kanpur, IIT Roorkee, and IIT Guwahati, empathizing hand-on experience, career support, and real-world projects through its parent company, Unique Coverage Technologies. We are thrilled to have you all here. So, without further ado, let's dive into in and explore how you can build a successful career in data analytics. Now, up to you, sir.
Thank you, Resho, for the introduction. Am I audible to everyone? Okay. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Okay. Okay. So thank you so much for the introduction. And good morning, everyone. So today it's a very special day in terms of because we are starting this series, right, as master classes in terms of data and AI. Okay. How company uses data and AI. So let me share my screen. So how top companies use data analytics and AI for competitive advantage. Okay, because we have a clear, well-defined goal here, right? Why we are using data analytics and AI. Okay, so it's a very exciting topic. Okay, and our agenda will be to. This is our agenda as explained by Resham. So how top companies turn data into revenue. How AI creates sustainable competitive advantage. How to build a data-driven organization. Hmm, Yeah, from raw data to business insights and real business use cases across industries. Okay, so before I start this session, it's important to I think it's useful to start with you can say the activity. Okay, so I just want uh, all of you, okay, to do this activity. It's a very fun activity, and it will dig deeper into why we need data analysis. Okay, so let's start this activity. So you have to draw a picture, image of a surgeon. Okay, you know, right? Surgeon who operates, right? Operation theater. You have to draw a picture, image of the surgeon. You can draw on the paper or mentally as well. Okay, and I'm giving you 20 to 30 seconds. Please draw the image either on paper or you can draw it mentally as well. And you have to give the name as well, the title, the surgeon, right? The badge, the plate. Okay, the surgeon. So please do this activity. I'm giving you 20 to 30 seconds. To draw the image of a surgeon. Right? And you have to provide the name as well. Okay, the title. You can draw mentally as well as on your paper. So, so I hope it's done from all of each one of you. So now the thing is, you have to type your give me the name of your surgeon. Please type in the chat box. Title of the surgeon. Okay. By Varalakshmi is Dr. C.V. Raman. Okay. So this is the name. What about others? Please type quickly. Quickly. Type in the Q&A box. It's not. Dr. Fred. Okay. Abdul is saying Dr. Fred. Okay. Please do it quickly. It's a very good activity to understand things. I want each one of you to please participate. Okay. This session is all about engagement. Okay. Yeah. So Dr. Tausif Khan, Vikas is writing. Okay. Please do it fast. If it's taking time on paper, you just draw the picture mentally. Okay. Think about the person and then give me the name here. In the Q&A chat box. Okay. Dr. Andrew by Mohammed. Okay. Okay. What about others? Dr. Nick. Okay. By Ahilya. Learners, please do it fast so that we can cover things quickly. Yes, Nishant. Uh, okay. Yes, Nishant. You can speak. Yeah. Okay, what about others? Hmm. Miss Sarika Srivastav. Okay. Learners, please do it fast. We have to cover as well other things. Hmm. Dr. N. Shikdar. Okay. Kaustubh Roy Chaudhary. Please provide your surgeon name quickly. We have 28 attendees here. Hmm. Okay. Dr. Anandi Gopal Joshi. Hmm. By Premchandra. Yeah, we'll cover this one. How does Netflix leverage data analytics and AI to create competitive advantage and drive it? We'll do this thing. Okay, this one. Yes. Okay. But this we have to do this activity before understanding all these things. Okay, why we need this thing, data analytics, in the first place? We do things, but whether we are doing things by knowing what are the, you can say that, root cause, what are the major, you can say that, reason behind the things, right? So why we are doing data analytics or AI in the first place? Data analytics, especially when it starts from the data analytics and it moves to ML and AI. So this activity is give shed light into the perspective of human mind. Okay, that's why I'm saying this thing. Please provide it quickly so that we can move on. Yeah, okay. This is the poll type. Okay, poll we are saying. Okay. Hmm. So based on this data, okay, if it's a research, okay, this is what I'm telling, asking you about this question. So here we have bias. When I'm giving you the telling you to give me the name of your surgeon, what you are going to do, most of you, is because it's the pattern is that you are providing me the name of a, most of you will provide me the name of the male surgeon. Okay, this is the bias, inherent bias here. Okay, so this is one of the activity here. I have done this activity for you can say that in many classes, in many sessions, and what I found is that only 1 to 2% or even less than 1 to 2% learners or candidates go for female surgeon. Okay. So this is the inherent bias which we have, because why we are doing this thing, because in majority of the cases we always see male surgeon, right? But we have female surgeon as well. Okay, so this is the inherent bias within us, and we operate with this bias. Okay, so we operate with this bias, and the part where data analytics come to this picture is to reduce this bias or eliminate, or you can say that minimize this bias. Okay, so this is the starting point why we are doing data analytics, because as human we have biases. Okay, so how to reduce these biases? Acknowledge it. Okay. So data analytics acknowledge this bias, and it says that we will not go with intuition or our biases. We will check with the help of data, and we'll decide whether our decisions are good or not. So we'll decide based on data, and that's why this data analytics field emerges. Okay, and other things. Okay. So I hope you understand the root cause. Okay, of why we are doing data analytics, why companies opting for data analytics. Okay, because they are deciding based on data, based on facts, rather than their own biases or intuition. So let's uh, go to this. So how top companies turn data into revenue, and I have with me my colleague as well here, uh, Abhishek, and we will interact together. Okay, we'll see this things, how things are going. Okay, so let's start with this one: how top companies turn data into revenue. Okay, so the words most successful companies treat data as their most valuable asset. Okay, not a byproduct. So here's exactly how they do it. Okay, in step by step manner. Okay. So it's revenues growth for data driven companies versus peers. Okay, companies who opt for data driven. Okay, data driven companies decide based on data. So it's a 2.5 times of revenue growth, okay, as compared to those companies who are not going for data-driven mindset. Second, we have this 23 times more likely to acquire customers using analytics because they are not operating on bias. Okay, they are operating based on data. They have eliminated or minimized their bias, and that's why they are 23 times more likely to acquire customers using analytics. Because their salesperson or their the company department, different departments deciding based on what the data is telling them. Okay. Third, we have this $430 billion global data analytics market by 2028. Okay, because of this, due to this reason. Because companies now is identifying that you have to use data in order to leverage anything. And the fourth point is the higher profit rates for data driven firms. Okay, 6 times we can see. Okay, so what is the first step when we were talking about this top how to top companies turn data into revenue? This is the first one. So first is the identify high value data assets. You have to identify before monetizing data as a company. You must identify which as a company which data assets directly correlate to revenue outcomes. Not all data is equal. We have to keep this thing in mind. Okay, the most valuable data solves a specific business problem. So data is huge. Okay, so you have to first specify. Okay, you have to first target based on the business problem. So map every data touch point across the customer journey. Okay, so what do we mean by customer journey here? It's acquisition, engagement, retention, and expansion. We are saying we are first acquiring acquisition. Okay, so customer journey, these are the four major steps. Acquisition, first we acquire the customer as company. Then engage the customers. Okay, then the retention, so that customer will not leave. Okay, and the expansion part is we are growing. Okay, we are expanding. So these are the you can say the major touch point across the customer journey. Acquisition, you are acquiring, engaging, you are retaining, and then you are expanding further. So this is the cycle. And second point is the identify first party data gaps and collect what you are missing. So it's like behavioral signals, right? Transaction patterns and engagement frequency. So what here we are talking about the customers. Okay, customers we know very well, right? Through which company gets revenue. So these are the signs how the customers are purchasing. Okay, doing transactions, and how frequently they are engaging with the customer with the company's product or services. Categorize data by type. You have to categorize data by type as a company. It's a transactional, whether the data is transactional, behavioral, demographic, operational, and external market data as well. Transactional, when you're talking about transactional, it's like transaction, right? Sales data, right? The product purchase. Demographic, when you're talking about the location, etc. Behavioral wise, you can say the purchasing patterns, operational and external market data also. And the fourth point is assign a business value score to each data set. So you have to assign business value score to each data set. Okay, what revenue decision does this data unlock? Okay, so take this example of Amazon. So Amazon identified that purchase history plus browsing patterns plus returns behavior is equal to predictive lifetime value model. This single data asset now power their $31 billion plus $1 billion plus advertising business. So what Amazon identified here is the purchase history of the new customers, right? And their browsing patterns, whether they are browsing, how they are browsing, right? Day or night, or you can say that hours. Okay, and the return behavior as well. Okay, and based on they combine all these things. Amazon combine all these things and make this predictive lifetime value model. So they can predict which type of customer is going to means how much value that customer is going to provide, okay, based on this customer data, okay, purchase history, browsing patterns, and return. So here what Amazon is doing is it's doing this crucial step, okay, what identifying high value data sets, because data is huge, you have to identify based on your outcome, based on your specific business. So they identify this purchase history, browsing pattern, and return behavior, how customer returns. So what are the trigger points? Hmm, okay, so next we have this so you want to say is here or not? Abhishek, Abhishek, you want to say add something to it or not?
Oh, for now, you can
Mhm.
go on. I will be
Okay,
adding an example at the end
okay, okay, okay,
after
okay,
that entire 5 points.
okay, okay. So second is the we're talking about the build a data monetization strategy. Okay, first is to identify the high value data sets. Second, you have to build a data monetization strategy. Okay, so what do we mean by this step? The companies are doing this thing. Okay, so companies monetize data through three primary models. We have this primary three models. The most advanced organization operate all three simultaneously. So first is the direct monetization. So sell data products or data as a service, right? So they sell data products or data as a service. Like Bloomberg, Nielsen, all this S&P Global, okay, they sell market intelligence. Okay, so you can sell data. It's a direct monetization. Second is the indirect monetization, where you use data to optimize internal operations, right? So you are using data to understand how to reduce costs, right? Improve products. So you are understanding the bottlenecks and improving things, okay? And personalized experience, customer experience, okay, based on their profile. And the is the performance monetization, okay, this one, where we build data powered features customers pay a premium for. Okay, so what this do you mean by this build data powered features customers? So it's like a Netflix recommendation, right? So Netflix provide recommendation to their shows and all, right? YouTube also provide, right? Spotify discover weekly type. And fourth is a data partnership monetization, where they share anonymized data set with ecosystem partners for mutual revenue generation, okay, with other partners. Okay, so this is what we call the data monetization strategy. You are monetizing data directly or indirectly. So we can take the example of Google, where Google's core product search, we know Google search product, we all do, right? We do search, right? And it's free, but the behavioral data it generates powers are $37 billion per year advertising engine. The product is the data collection mechanism. So we can see here for the customers, the search is free, right? And anyone can search, right? I can go to Google, right, and search anything, right? So Google is not generating its revenue from this direct one, but generating how it's generating behavioral data, because when you are searching, you are giving Google the access to how you are operating, right? So it's you are giving the behavioral data. Okay, that's why it comes under this, in which section, not in direct monetization, but it comes under this. mm, this one you can say that data, you can say this one, okay, anonymized data with ecosystem partners for mutual revenue generation, and for their internal algorithms as well. Okay, they can use this behavioral data to optimize their algorithms to you can say that provide their products better. Okay, how users are going, how users are doing the search. Okay, so they know the customers behavioral data. So it's not the direct monetization, but in the you can say Google is coming in a very indirect way, okay, to generate the revenue from the data in an indirect. So called the indirect mechanism. So here the product is the data collection mechanism. Hmm. So they are considering the data as a product, but in the data collection mechanism. So third step is the implement predictive revenue models. Okay. So what do we mean by this? Implement predictive revenue models. Top companies don't react to revenue trends; they predict them. So predictive revenue models are the bridge between raw data and actual money. So what do we mean by this? Implement predictive revenue models. So these are the you can say that the parameters. Customer lifetime value models, we call this CLV. So it predicts how much each customer will spend over their relationship. Prioritize market spend accordingly. Okay? So they can predict, okay, Google or other companies, high value companies can predict so what this customer is going to give us, okay. So they can prioritize marketing spend according to these kind of customer, different kind of customers, okay. They categorize customers based on their interaction with the company, with the company's product or services, and they spend their marketing budget is allocation is done according to this behavioral pattern, okay. Next, we have this churn prediction model. In churn prediction model, identify at-risk customers 60 to 90 days before they leave, trigger retention campaigns automatically. So they also deploy this churn prediction model where they can predict that this customer is going to leave in the next 3 months, okay. And this will trigger the retention mechanism. They can provide various schemes, various strategies, right, various schemes, discounts, and others to retain these customers based on these churn prediction models. Cross sell, upsell, propensity models rank each customer by likelihood, okay, to buy adjacent products. So we know this thing, right? So if the customer enters, so you can upsell other products as well, okay. We have dynamic pricing model, okay. You can adjust pricing in real time based on demand signals, okay? How the what is the demand and what is the competitive pricing and other things. What is the customer willingness to pay, and demand forecasting as well. Predict inventory need with ML, okay. Here ML is comes into the picture to reduce waste and never lose a sale due to stock out, okay. Also in churn prediction model, here you are using the ML, okay. It's a machine learning model, classification model, where you are predicting whether the customer is going to churn or not. Okay, so take this example of Uber, okay. So surge pricing is a real-time dynamic revenue model that uses demand data, supply data, weather events, and historical pattern to maximize both driver earnings and ride availability simultaneously. So we can see this thing, right? Uber and other app like this one. So their pricing surge, right? Their pricing changes based on these parameters, right? The demand and supply, even the weather, right? Events and all other things. So this is the example of this predictive revenue models. Okay. Fourth is a create data products that drive revenue. Okay, so the most sophisticated companies build internal data products. Okay, package analytical capabilities that multiple business units consume to generate revenue. Okay. So like the recommendation engine, we have seen this thing, right? So Netflix generate around $1 billion per year in saved churn by recommending the right content at the right time. Okay. So we can give this example. So Netflix knows this customer is going to churn based on customer churn prediction model. Okay. So they will provide the right content. That's why recommendation engines comes into picture, because they can provide the right content so that the customer will not leave. Okay. And second is the customer segmentation products, where dynamic segments that update in real time fed into marketing automation for precise targeting. What do we mean this customer segmentation? It's like dividing the bucketizing the customers or segmenting the customer into different categories, okay, based on their purchasing pattern, okay, their recency, their frequency, or their monetary value, okay. And based on this, marketing campaigns will run, okay. Fraud detection system also real-time scoring of every transaction, like Visa defects fraud, right? In even less than 100 millisecond across 65,000 transactions per second. So fraud detection in banking and in these Visa detection, right? So also comes in data products, okay. And we have attribution model where know exactly which marketing touch points generate revenue to reallocate budgets from low ROI to high ROI channels, okay. So we can also go for this thing. So this is the case. See, without big data analytics, companies are blind and deaf. We know this thing. Wandering out into the web like deer on a freeway. We are saying this. The saying by the George Moore. Okay, one of the author of the Crossing the Chasm. Okay. So what do we know this thing, right? As we have done our bias activity. Okay, we operate with bias and we know this thing. So we need big data analytics to understand the market, to understand the customer behavior or our internal pattern as well, okay? So that we can operate with, you can say, the precise with precision. So 87% of executive sales data is underutilized in their organization, okay. So this is the general, you can say that the statistics. So around 90% of the executive sales data is underutilized. It means data is generating but organization is not able to utilize the data. Utilize in the sense that to create analytics, okay, to deploy analytics. So, and this is the average annual value created per data and analytics investment by top performers, like this $13.01 billion. And see this point that time Amazon's recommendation engine takes to influence your next purchase decision. Okay. Okay. So this is a 3 seconds giving. Okay. So next we can understand this point here, how AI creates sustainable competitive advantage. And
Okay, so
Hmm.
Devendra, like I would like to add some points.
Okay.
So we have seen like how we can go through from a raw data to generate to a model which can generate revenue for us. Okay, and there are some more details like there are the data set are also copyrighted. Okay, so if you have a good number of data, you can also get a copyright and you can sell that data to the industry for their use cases. Okay.
Yeah.
So not like there are two ways we can also create a model and we can deploy, and also we can generate models and we can generate a data set and we can sell out to the companies which are using those things for their own models. So like in India we have recently we had an AI summit, okay, and it is also going on. And yesterday was the last date. I think
Yeah.
20 was the last date. 16 to 20
Yes.
we have the AI summit. And we have seen like everyone is talking about AI infrastructure and also the data centers that is going to have. Okay. So in data centers also there have like multiple sensors. That sensors used to generate some data like what will be the temperature, what are the storage that is used. So those data are also used like for example there we have a Google data center in India, for example, and that data center is creating like how much temperature it is like per server, what will be the temperature, what is like flow bandwidth, and how the things are working. So this data help them to uh, optimize their servers as well. Okay, and on AWS, like the cloud platforms, they are also creating multiple instances, and those instances are also some are memory efficient, some are other kind of like in specific to the models. Okay, so designing those kind of instance also driven from the data. Okay, and in the same way, like we if you can search for AI course on your screen, then we can have a site. I think our viewers know about this.
Okay. So let
So
me.
you can so the listeners can write yes or no if they know about AI course.
What to type? AI.
AI KHOS.
K H
Uh, just a minute. AIKOSH.
KOSH. Kosh.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. KI Kosh. India, right? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. You're
Yes,
talking about
yes,
this.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. I hope you like
Yeah. Yeah.
the listeners know about this thing.
Yeah.
So this is a platform like our India platform. Like it is, you can say it is a platform like our Kaggle. You can say okay. So here
Kaggle.
you can you can if you have data set, you can also get the license. You can give them. Okay. Second thing, like if you have used their data set, like the data set that they have, if we have used that data set and we have created any optimized model that can be used using that can be used for any problem statement, we can also sell out this. We can also give this model to the industry. Okay. So here, if you have data set, then also you are into the benefit. If you have performed data analytics, which is very important for creating any kind of model, then you have also earned access to create a model, and that models will be used in like the different models that we have. So everyone know about like currently Sarvam AI is also trending. Everyone knows this thing,
Mm.
like it is multi-linguistics. So creating those kind of applications, we need data set of different languages. Okay,
Mm.
so here comes like on this site also you will get those kind of languages like data set that have those
Please tell me
languages.
the what is the name?
Yes, multi-linguist
Multi.
data set. Okay, I am unable to pronounce the name, but
That's it.
it is like
Yeah,
Bengali,
yeah,
Marathi.
I got. I think they also who like conducted the competition. I think I am not.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
yes.
because I'm getting this thing right, right.
And
Bengal.
from like if you check the job roles like from
Mm.
last 6 or 7 months,
Mm.
you will get like there are multiple startups, those who are in Bangalore and like any other part like
Mm.
Bangalore or Chennai, they're
Mm.
continuously hiring for someone who can create a Tamil like model which can translate the things into the Tamil and their native languages.
Mm.
Okay, so I was going through those things like what are the things that they are developing, and now we can see the results in AI Summit also. They
Mm.
presented those models, okay, which are
Mm. Mm.
multilinguistic. Okay,
Multilinguistic. Mm.
yes, so you can see like how our data set collection has been done. Like everyone
Mm.
has from a document, from a
Mm.
text message, from a
Mm.
voice message. Okay,
Mm.
so and they have collected, they have performed the EDA, they have removed some outliers, they have added,
Mm.
they have
Mm.
merged the data set, and
Mm.
from after that they have created some models which
Mm.
is going to pay from now.
Mm.
Okay, so this is a real world example that I was thinking to add, and also like in connection with current affair that we have, the
Mm.
AI Summit. Okay, so I hope this will be an informative thing for everyone. Okay, so you
Yeah,
can
it's yeah,
continue. Okay, so
yeah,
I
yeah.
just want to add this.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
found
very good points. Yeah, these are very good points because here we can see also Vani multimodal, right? Vani multimodal, multilingual
yes,
data, right? So it's
yes.
a
Even in
mm,
models and notebook can be see this site is very
mm,
new site,
mm,
so we could not have like multiple things like could
mm,
be missing. So
mm,
it is our opportunity to create to use our Indian data sets
mm,
and to create our to perform our own EDA, our
mm,
own like whatever skills that we have, like data analytics skills,
mm,
model optimization skills or
mm,
model creation skills. We
mm,
can use, and we can also take reference of someone else's notebook also. Like it is similar
mm.
to Kaggle,
Kaggle,
but
right?
it is our
Mm.
Kaggle. Okay,
Yeah, yeah,
our
yeah,
AI code.
yeah. We can see
Yes,
here. So it's a very good you can say the add-on to generate your own data, or even if you're not generating, you can also use the data and you can provide value in terms of model building, right? So
yes,
it's yeah. So we'll continue this thing further, and when it's all about EDA, we'll see this EDA part as well. Okay, so how EDA is performed in the later of this one, like the building a data-driven organization. We'll see this thing. Okay, and let's move on to this. We have seen this thing, right? How AI creates sustainable competitive advantage. But let's go through it very quickly. Okay, so we know this thing, right? It's a data. It starts from the data, right? And we know why we are doing data analytics, right? Because we have biases. We are when we are deciding without data, it's like we are deciding in the dark, right? It's a darkness. Okay, so that's why we have done this. We are doing this data analytics and AI in order to understand things with the help of data. So data is the first, is the we can say the food, okay, of these algorithms. Okay, and here we have the how AI creates sustainable competitive advantage. We can see here. Okay, so it's the understand the AI competitive modes. We call these competitive modes. Okay, so it's like AI creates competitive advantage through four compounding modes. Okay, so what do we mean by this thing? These are the companies winning long-term build or full simultaneously. We are building these things. So what first is called the data mode. Data mode is it's a proprietary data, right? That competitors cannot replace. When we are talking about the here we are I'm talking about the from the company's point of view. Okay, so the more user interact, the more data you can accumulate. Like Google, right? Google search. So the users are searching for various things, right? As I searched like Wani and other, right? So it's also going to the Google through my we call this the behavioral data. Okay? I'm searching these things, right? So they are accumulating data, right? The better the AI, the more users you attract. So through Google search, like LinkedIn, Spotify. So first is the data. Okay? How to accumulate more data. Okay, more data means your algorithms will work very well. Second, we call the algorithmic mode. We proprietary AI models trained on unique data, fine-tuned or specific use cases competitors don't have access to. Because we are talking about here competitive advantage, right? So use cases competitors don't have access to. For example, in this case, Tesla Autopilot. Okay, so they have their own proprietary AI models, and they have trained on their own unique data set. They have created their own data set. Okay, so when we are talking about these, you have to create your own data set. Okay, that's why we can go for competitive advantage as a company. So like Tesla Autopilot or OpenAI. Okay, they created their own data set and then they have their own algorithm. Okay, proprietary AI models. Third is the network effect mode, where AI that's get better as more participants join. We can see this. So this we have various so waste traffic data, and we have this Airbnb pricing intelligence. Okay. And fourth is the talent mode, where the world's best AI researchers and engineers concentrated in your organization, creating IP, well, and model architectures competitors can't buy. So like this. So these are the four things we are in the first step of why understand the four AI competitive modes, right? The first step in creating competitive advantage. Okay, so let's take this example of Tesla. So every Tesla on the road sends driving data back to Tesla. Okay, so let's say we have, for example, let's say 5 Tesla for this example. Let's say okay, so it means this five data when these five cars when they are moving, they are generating data. Okay, so in this case, like 5 million plus cars generating real world edge cases makes their autopilot model better every day. Okay, so they are generating data while they are doing work. So it's like a feedback, right? Feedback mechanism. And data mode, no competitor can catch without the same fleet size. Okay, because they have scale up. Okay, so this is the first thing. Second is the deploy AI across the chain value. So the most impactful AI deployments cover the entire business value chain, not just one department. So like this one, we have supply chain AI. Okay, we have marketing AI, we have sales AI, operational AI, customer service AI, and finance AI. So it's a value chain. It's not like a AI in particular, it's for the department, right? Different departments, right? Demand forecasting for the supply chain. We know this thing, right? For marketing, we have this audience targeting and all, right? Sales, we have lead scoring, conversation intelligence. Okay, whatever the sales team is interacting. So we have conversation intelligence there as well. In operations as well, predictive maintenance, right? To predict the battery failure, let's say for a particular scenario, let's say solar power plant, solar panels, where solar panels are deployed. So we are creating this AI across various different departments. Okay, in finance we'll also see these we are covering four here, right? IT, we have marketing, fintech, marketing, and manufacturing. We'll cover these things in detail. Okay, and third, we are is the build the AI flywheel. Okay, the AI flywheel is the mechanism by which AI compounds value over time. Once spinning, it's nearly impossible for competitors to catch up. So why we are saying the AI flywheel, like the flywheel in the car, right? In the bike or car, right? So flywheel is means once it get momentum, it means it will spin forever. Forever in the sense that it will spin continuously. So that's why we're calling it AI flywheel. Okay. So how to create this AI flywheel mechanism? More users. So more users means more data, right? So product adoption. That's why Google is search engine is free, right? Because it's not for the direct revenue generation. It's for the indirect way. Okay, because when we are searching, it means we are getting they are getting more data. Okay, more users. So product adoption generates training data at scale. Every user interaction is a data point that improves the model. So next is the better data is equal to better models, right? So first is the more users goes to more data, right? Then this more data, better data means better models. So richer, more diverse, high quality data produces AI models with lower error rates and higher business impact. We have, we know this thing, right? High quality data, right? And huge quantity, right? So it means we will create better models. Then better model goes to better products. We know this thing, right? So this is the, you can say, cycle, right? Effect. Okay, it starts from the more user, then it's going to this better products. We have better products and goes to again more user. See what the cycle, right? So it starts from more user and then it's coming to more users again. That's a loop, right? Like this. It's coming back to this. So more users, more data, better models, better products, and then more users, right? So that's why it's called the AI flywheel, like it's spinning, right? Like this. Hmm. And fifth point is very important. Speed matters. The company that starts the flywheel first has a 12 to 18 months lead head start that translates into millions of additional training examples. Hmm. So it's the speed that matters as well. Okay. So once who starts early, like we can say that it's a head start. They got the head start. Hmm. So let's take this example. Spotify example. Let's take this one. So discovers weekly used list. Just take this example. Discover weekly. So it's the specify for Spotify. Use listening history data. So history data of the users who's listening, who listening the music, and it recommend music. Okay, so it means more listen means better taste profile, better recommendations, more engagement, and we know more listening data. So like this again, this loop, right? Okay, so today Spotify processes 600 GB of data per day to power this flywheel. So it's similar to Netflix. Netflix, we know it's for shows, right? And when we are talking about Spotify, it's for music, right? So same as Netflix too, right? So to recommend. So similarly, here Spotify is doing. Okay, so these companies have created this AI flywheel. Okay, so where it starts from user and then it's looping back to users, right? Okay, like this. So next we have this the fourth step. It's called the AI strategy frameworks used by top companies, right? So leading companies apply this proven strategic framework, okay, to prioritize and sequence their AI investment for maximum competitive impact. Okay, so we have this McKinsey. We know all this AI opportunity matrix. Okay, so more of a business kind of a thing where they plot AI use cases on a 2 by 2 impact on revenue cost, okay, versus feasibility or data readiness. And we have other things as well here. Okay, so core near new framework. We have various frameworks here, so used by the top companies. Okay, so we have the important point here is to go for this one: build versus buy versus partner. So whether to build AI where it creates differentiation, okay, so like buy or partner where AI is a commoditized infrastructure. So it's up to your skill level, right? Whether you have the proper capability or not, right? If you have capability, you can create yourself, right? You can build, okay, and you can partner with someone else if they have the proper capability, right? So we need to see this thing here. On the another important point is the AI maturity model, where we assess where you are on the maturity curve. We call this maturity curve. What do we mean by maturity curve? It's like the human life cycle when we're talking, right? When we go through various stages from the baby to the right adult, and right. So similarly, AI have this also this maturity model where we starts with the descriptive one. Okay, we'll see this thing later. It's very interesting here. So descriptive starts with the descriptive one. In descriptive, we do all the factual kinds of a thing, then goes to diagnostic, predictive, prescriptive, and the final one is the autonomous AI. So the most of the companies today works under or up to this point, at least predictive. Majority of this comes under this descriptive part, and you can say that up to predictive. The companies who operates here prescriptive and autonomous AI, they have proper competitive advantage. If the companies can go for this prescriptive and autonomous AI, it means they have proper competitive advantage, okay, over their competitors. Okay. So this is now this comes at the very important third module is it's a building a data-driven organization, right? And we know that building data-driven just isn't just a technology product or project. It's a fundamental transformation of culture, processes, talent, and governance. We know this thing, right? It's not all about the technology. It's all about various things, right? So we have various dimension, okay, not a single dimension. Okay. So we need to think in terms of multiple layers, okay, multiple dimensions. So here are our multiple dimensions. It starts data maturity pyramid, I'm saying. So in the lower is the descriptive analytics, and around 80% of the company do this thing, descriptive analytics. Okay. So what do we mean by this descriptive analytics? In descriptive analytics, we describe the data, right? Data comes to you and you are describing, okay? Describing in terms of, let's say you got the healthcare data, right? You are just describing the number of patients who are coming, right? And the treatment costs, etc. Okay? You are just presenting the facts in descriptive analytics. And that's why 80%, most of the companies still do this descriptive analytics, because this is the first ladder, it's the first rung, okay, of the ladder. So you have to start from here, okay? You can't directly go to autonomous AI, okay? So you have to start here, okay? But it's up to you, okay, as a company or as a individual, okay, where you're working. So it's up to you whether you're going to shift to this diagnostic or not, or you will remain here. So it's the choice, okay. So you will start from here, okay. That's why I call this a maturity, okay, AI maturity model. You'll start with the descriptive analytics, then move to this diagnostic. So diagnostic, so in descriptive, we have clearly seen, right? Dashboards. We create dashboard reports, KPI scorecards, right? In your company, also you are also creating, right? Or even if you are in college, you are also studying this, right? So all these things comes under descriptive statistics, descriptive analysis. Okay. So the foundation, most organization stops here. Okay. This in AI maturity model, most organization stops here. They start and stops here. Okay. But the next part is very important. It's a diagnostic. Why did it happen? Hmm? So like you can take the example of the doctor here, right? Let's say you got symptoms, right? And watery eyes and itchy eyes, right? And you go to the doctor, and the doctor is going for diagnosis. That's why we call this diagnosis, right? The doctor will go for root cause analysis through various tests, and that's why we call this diagnostic. And based on this descriptive, doctor is also using descriptive data, your past, what you ate, right? How your sleep pattern and other things, right? So doctor is also using the descriptive analytics, and based on this description, going for the test and going for the root cause analysis, and identifying what is the root cause, why these things happen. So we do diagnostic analysis when there is something not as per our pattern, not per as our expectation. For example, if the sales are down for a company, let's say for a particular month, and the previous month they are doing well, they were doing very well. So, and in this current month, it's not right. It's not good. So this is the pattern, right? Pattern is breaking here, right? So that's why in this case we'll go for diagnostic. Why this thing happen? Okay, whether they are external factors or whether they are internal factors, in order to understand it. So most of the companies stuck here, but few moves to this part, diagnostic, where we go for root cause analysis and other things, cohort analysis. Okay. So these are the techniques which we use here. Next is the predictive part, is the what will happen. So we know this ML models, right? We have seen this, right? Customer churn prediction, right? Whether the customer is going to churn within next 90 days or not. Okay. So we are predicting in advance. Okay. So this is very important. Here comes the part of AI, okay, machine learning. Up to this point, more of a kind of statistics, right? Descriptive and even in diagnostic. Statistics comes into picture, statistical models. But when we are talking about this predictive part, ML models comes into picture. So what will happen? So we have ML models, forecasting, propensity scoring, all these things, right? So weather forecasting or this churn model and other things. Okay. So all these things come under machine learning. Data scientists do this thing, right? Predictive modeling. Data analysts generally do these descriptive and diagnostic, and little bit of predictive. And next is the prescriptive part, where you will optimize algorithm, decision engines. AI recommends the best action to take. Here, it's like the doctor. Doctor is writing something, right? Prescribing the medicine after the diagnostic. Okay. So here, the action you will take the action. Okay. This phase is the action-oriented phase. Okay. And next we have this autonomous AI acts without humans. Okay. So in this phase, AI will not human will not intervene. Okay. So it will act self-optimizing systems, right? Automated decision making at scale with minimal oversight. So we have seen this thing, right? Self-driving cars and other where automation, human intervention is not required, or it's a very minimum we can say. So this is the AI maturity model which company uses. Okay. Okay. And based on your now you can understand, if you're working in a particular company or you are studying, you can understand. So in which rung your company lies, okay, ladder, okay, which stair you can say that step. So most of the company lies here. Then you move to, based on the specialization, based on the company's operating environment, they can proceed. Okay. So you want to add something to this, Abhishek, because you have
Uh,
initiated this thing, right? It's very crucial, right, here too.
yes, yes. Basically, like I would like to like I will be into more into the like project point of view. Okay,
Yeah, you
so
can.
so I have share a site link on your
And you can
this.
share if you can share. I am just
Okay, okay, sure.
okay. Let me. Okay. So we can understand things better from your perspective as well.
Yeah, yeah.
So let me stop sharing.
I
Please share.
will.
Yes.
I would like to explain a one, you know,
Mm-hmm.
like a important thing that like where this data driven approach is like is a important field and also required in our Indian environment, and also a small project which is like made by one of the tech person, and he has created that
Mm-hmm.
for his own interest, and it is basically in current, like we know all there are multiple railway apps going on,
Mm-hmm.
like there is some rail yatri, rail
Mm-hmm.
info, and the other tools which is basically using some APIs, IRCTC API.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this person has collected the data means from the IRCTC, and he has created his own engine, full complete engine, and this he has utilized the data set of IRCTC on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and he has created the entire project, and this and he has given this particular system for a play. It will like a just he has mentioned the button also,
Mm-hmm.
play type of button. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
so I would like to show this uh, project also,
Yes. Yes.
and
Please.
also I will like okay, from where I have to okay.
Yeah. It's quite good. It's let's see
Yes, yes.
the things in action. So.
Okay, so first I will be going to that site.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so its entire documentation is also available. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
full documentation. It is maintained by Rajiv Dubey, who is a like who is basically developed this entire thing into the JavaScript, and he has used all the data that is
Mm-hmm.
given by IRCTC Connect or his API. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so in the play button, like here it is a there is one. I think my screen is visible and
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
everything
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah. Screen
Okay,
is visible.
so he has given a playground over here. Okay,
Okay.
like all the things that is
Mm-hmm.
used by other application.
Mm-hmm.
What we can say like Rail Yatri, Rail Info, and any other type of site. He has
Mm-hmm.
created entire thing using the JavaScript and some the things that we use in like analyzing the seed. Okay, so here are like multiple. I don't have any PNR, so I cannot taste. But
Mm-hmm.
this thing can taste it, like train number. So
Mm-hmm.
when, when we have like just a minute, let me remember if I have any train number.
Mm-hmm.
2311. I think it is. Uh,
12311. Okay.
yes.
Yeah. So
So
okay. It's okay. Mm-hmm.
so here you will get entire data into the JSON format, and
Mm-hmm.
also you can use this API means the thing that he has like created. You can create a project on top of it.
Okay.
Okay, whether you want to create a full
Mm-hmm.
visualized graph, like my train is starting from here and going there. What
Mm-hmm.
are the average real-time data processing you can do? Okay, with
Okay.
this API, what he has created, he has just created like a you could
Mm-hmm.
it might be a college project or a school project.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know about this. I don't have that much information about this, but
Mm-hmm.
these things, and also IRCTC has no objection on it
Mm-hmm.
because it is for education purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and some of them are using it for their things also. Like if someone is like taking it
Mm-hmm.
like as an like into its
Mm-hmm.
software or any kind of application, it might be he is getting paid for it. For
Mm-hmm.
a EDA, what we can do? We are just searching out the data from the API, and we are giving out the results in JSON format, and the
Mm-hmm.
other can utilize this data and also get
Mm-hmm.
entire information like what are the route, what are the
Mm-hmm.
station code, even coordinates values means latitude and longitude of that
Mm-hmm.
particular stations you are getting it.
Mm.
So
So
this
this
is
guy, So this guy is using the IRCTC APIs to connect, right?
Yes, yes,
And
yes, yes.
providing these
Yes,
details. Now we can
yes,
also
yes.
use this guy APIs, right? And when
Yes, you can.
we can build our product, right?
Yes, you can build
Okay.
your product,
Okay.
and you can also, if your product is good, you can
Hmm.
also go to the market, and you can even you can if you
Hmm.
want to start a small startup
Hmm.
which will be like
Yes. Yes.
making IRCTC things more good, you
Hmm.
can also pitch that to the IRCTC that we want to
Hmm.
add this, and for that we
Okay.
need this much of revenue,
Okay.
means
Okay.
the fundings, and that can
Hmm.
be a process of
Hmm.
a startup,
Hmm. So this is
right?
very good. This is very good. See, learners, we can see these things, right? When it comes to open source, we can build various things, right? When
Yes,
whatever I spoke in my slides, right? It was like established companies, right? They established, right? And they have protected, right? In terms of copyright and other things, right? Various trade
yes, yes.
secrets, right? We can see this thing. But when we are talking about this open source, see, we can create our own startup as well, right? In this way we
Yeah.
can use other, and open source is one of the best, we can say, way to start things. And we have
Yes.
seen various things, right? In the history, and it's very, you can say that, a huge community, right? In terms of
Yeah, yeah.
delivering the knowledge and practical
Yes.
implementation, right?
And also like the other researchers, other the data engineers and other
Hmm.
scientists are
Hmm.
also
Hmm.
adding up the things continuously, and you will be getting maybe
Hmm.
the things that he has implemented would be more
Hmm.
accurate than the things that are
Hmm.
existing. There are
Hmm.
multiple apps which is giving wrong live tracking of the
Hmm.
train. If you
Hmm.
might have used those things, so
Hmm.
I would like to add some more points in this, like this particular thing, there is one API, Indian Railways API,
Hmm.
which is like a enterprise level. Okay,
Hmm. Hmm.
so it is not giving access to every API. Means
Hmm.
every company is not getting access to that API.
Hmm.
Okay,
Okay.
so
Hmm.
might be this person is getting affected from those kind of thing, and he has created his own system, which is
Hmm.
giving
Hmm.
this collecting this data and is
Hmm.
open source. You can also get the
Hmm.
GitHub. Entire
Hmm.
GitHub things are also
Hmm.
maintained very well.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
and also this
Hmm.
person, I think, let me show
Hmm.
the GitHub also. Okay, just a
Okay.
minute, so that our learner can
Hmm.
clone the repository and can
Exactly.
use
And
it
we can see
for
this
their
thing, these
benefit.
patterns comes again and again. See, open source starts because of the centralization, right? Because company
Yeah,
were not giving their things, right?
yes,
Their
yes,
their data, their algorithm. So that's
yes.
why this open source emerges, right? In order to decentralize the things, so that each and everyone can access these things, right? And that's why all these things emerges, right? GitHub and all, right? Where you can go for open
Mhm.
source kind of a thing.
And it is legal. Okay, so
Yeah.
it is not like you are
Exactly.
doing any illegal stuff,
Exactly.
because ICTC also know like these things
Hmm.
are there.
Hmm.
Okay,
Hmm.
but you can use it, and if you got that, if you
Hmm.
successfully given the demo, then
Hmm.
it might a chance that from
Hmm.
a data engineer you can
Hmm.
become a founder or any other
Hmm.
data driven company's founder. Okay,
Hmm.
so it is just a process, but like this kind of things are also exist, and it is the things that we have discussed till now, the companies which is
Hmm.
using
Hmm.
data in like creating some revenue, creating some
Hmm. Hmm.
understanding the use cases.
Hmm.
You can
Hmm.
also some use some challenges, like what are the trains. I want to analyze those trains
Hmm.
who are too late, and like regularly those trains are getting late,
Hmm.
and how we can improve the timetable, how we can improve the efficiency. You can create your own tool, your own dashboard, and you can say to
Hmm.
the GitHub. It will be get good for your resume also, and it
Hmm.
can,
Yes.
if
Yes.
the things are working good, you
Hmm.
might be selected in some
Hmm.
companies also based on this
Hmm.
one
Hmm.
project, without
Hmm.
based on one good project.
I think Nishant
Okay.
likes to speak. He raised his hand. Let me
Yeah.
allow to
Yeah.
talk. Yes, Nishant, you can speak.
He has raised hand from like last
Yeah,
10 15
Nishant.
minutes.
Yeah, you can speak. I think I have done this. Yeah, you can speak. Nishant. Okay, I think.
If you open the mic.
But I have changed this. Okay, I think. Can you please Uh, Unmute Nishan, Resham, or any other.
Okay. So can I continue with the next thing?
Yeah, you can continue.
Okay. Okay. So I'm going to the another slide, and it is a if you will if
Your slide
will
is not
explore.
visible. Is not
Yes,
visible
yes,
to me. Can you
yes,
please?
yes. I'm going to it. So,
Okay.
if you go to the our government's website, like research and development website, and if you go to the sections what fundings government are giving and what are the details that not in the terms of funding, but what are the requirements, what are things that they need. So whatever things that we are discussing right now, it is also the requirement, and it is also an important thing that is given to this research and development research development and innovation schemes 2026 27. Okay.
This is a
So
document, right?
yes, this is the official document, and you can see these models are also mentioned even at tech industry, more like R&D, and also there is some important things like Niti Aayog,
Niti
and
Aayog,
yes,
yes.
and AI, the potential project for funding, the projects on which the government is providing funds. Okay, so those things are also mentioned, means for analyzing any, like for example, this is the one of the case, so you can check the term data analytics is already there.
Okay, yeah, it's
Okay.
yield estimation,
So,
right? This satellite, right? Drone
yes,
imagery.
yes, and
Okay.
that too from the satellite images, and these satellite images are in some case it is open source available, in some case these are need a company license and need a collaboration before using those data sets. So
In order to capture,
Sentinel-2 data,
in order to capture
yes,
images through drone, right? To drone and
yes. Sentinel-2 data is already available.
yes,
Okay,
Sentinel.
and there are some more satellites data is available on Kaggle, and you can also find for our Indian region, AI course will be the best thing to find to get the data set and to work on and create certain models. So if AI course is created for those kind of things only. Even in future, they will be creating the API to directly use their AI in our in the current system or any required system. Okay, so you can see multiple things that we have discussed, that you are discussing till now, are already in one of the requirement in agriculture sector. Okay, and one thing I have shown here, and also through sensors, like we have one famous sensor. What was the name? I
This
think
is an pest
it's
prediction
like,
through computer vision and sensor.
yes. There is one sensor. I think it used to get the phosphorus, nitrogen, and other readings
Phosphorus.
from
Okay,
the
okay.
soil root. Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
So it also collects the. I forgot the name, but there is one sensor which has three head, and it basically used to
So
get the soil information, and we can maybe.
it sends NPK, right? Nitrogen, phosphorus,
Yes,
and potassium.
yes. And there is one product also in UCT, and we have there is one product also which used to show like real time analysis, like this kind of pictures. If you will put a plant and you will add that three head, it will be showing you reading on a dashboard. Okay, like what is the pH level, what is the like
Yes. We
phosphorus rating
also doing this thing, right? We also have created this.
yeah.
If you have this thing, you can we can also show if you have the the slide in about this UCT, right? If you have, we can show this.
I currently don't have that.
Okay,
I
yes,
don't know which folder which it could be.
okay, but
So in every
well,
field, yeah. So in every field, there is a requirement of data analytics, and also the data pipeline. Like it could be autonomous. Like user is generating the data, it is going to the server. There will be required an API which will pull the data and give to the model real time, and model can perform the processing, and it could give the it could perform the inferencing and could give the results. Okay.
Mm.
So and in the at the end for enhancing the data, like customers tastes are also getting changed by every 2 months. Our choice of the
Mm.
music changes.
Mm. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Mm.
training of the model is also required. Okay. So
Mm.
at those time, this pipeline helps. Okay.
Mm.
You can see YouTube. YouTube is a best example.
Mm.
For example, I have five music which I'm
Mm.
listening today.
Mm.
Okay, for
Mm.
entire month I have stick to that five music. Now I am bored.
Mm.
I
Yeah.
want to go to. So
Mm.
I have next month that this thing has
Exactly.
released is another song, and
Uh,
I'm on that particular
Human tendency to
song.
taste different
Yes,
things, right?
yes,
Right. So
yes.
this is where,
At
yes.
that time,
And
yes, yes,
same for AI, right? Because we are
yes,
creating AI, so AI will be like us, right? Machine learning
yes.
model as well, right? So we need to
Yeah,
do
yeah.
this thing, right?
Yes.
So
So
yeah.
there is a requirement of pipeline. Okay,
Yes.
so data-driven companies do have a pipeline
Mm.
from where collect data to
Mm.
what to be performed when that model to be trained. So
Mm.
we need. So if my taste is changed, my
Mm.
clicks, my the song that I'm searching for is
Mm.
also giving the results, like you explained, Google search engine
Mm.
and other things.
Mm.
Okay, so those things are giving that the person taste is shifted to interest is shifted to some other thing. Okay,
Mm.
now the
Mm.
model is getting adjusted and you are getting the results.
Mm. So it's like
Okay.
a shift in the right the pattern, right? And then
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. That
Okay.
that things are also there. Even we
So we have.
all have
Mm.
Instagram. So Instagram,
Mm.
you can also see your
Mm.
feed, like current news, whatever we. If you will keep scrolling those things,
Exactly.
uh, like you will keep searching and you will like
Mm.
those kind of video. For
Mm.
example, AI summit,
Mm.
you are searching like what are the, you are going to the
Mm.
news channels, you are getting
Mm.
the
Mm.
quick 1 minute or 30
Mm.
seconds news.
Mm.
Okay,
Mm.
so this will highlight an interest and it will the your
Mm.
likes and for example you have commented, this will be put and highlight your interest in the form of a data. It will be going to the server, it will be having some real time processing.
Mm.
The
Mm.
recommendation will be from next, for example tomorrow you will come, you will get those kind of not tomorrow, after 5 hours you will be coming, you will be getting the same result.
Mm. Basically,
Okay.
it's is getting the past data from your behavioral data, and then also processing your current data as well. Your you can see the
Yeah.
shifting in pattern, right? Pattern
Yes.
shifting, and based on these two, it's creating the proper recommendation, right? Mm.
Mm-hmm. You
Okay.
can see this one also. Like I would add like to
Mm.
add up more views. Like it will
Mm.
be an important thing. Uh,
Mm.
like we all know that there is one server AI which is getting a boost. So it could be like it is understanding multiple regional language of India. Okay,
Okay.
and also creating the text message and also creating the speech also text to speech.
Mm.
So this type
Mm.
of language, what they're doing, they are basically helping human to understand the context more clearly. Okay, so it is a scope like where we can also improve, we can also make a good models, a better data-driven pipeline, and create a good model. Okay,
Mm.
so I would like to stop here, and you can like move further for the next topics. I hope
Mm.
this will be adding some values to
Yeah, yeah,
understanding the importance of uh, data analytics and AI.
yeah. It's definitely adding value, right? So let me. Yeah.
So Nishant has like he's
Nishant.
not,
Okay. So can anyone
maybe he's getting.
unmute Nishant, Resham, and
Any other like those who want to ask,
you can
please feel
ask your
free to ask.
question.
Okay.
You can ask your question through text, and I think it's not okay. Let me let me share. So we have already covered all these things, right? So this will summarize things. And okay, like we have done this, right? How to build a data-driven organization. And then we have this build a data culture from the top down, right? For the starts from the executive, then goes to others, right? So it's a data culture. It's built from the top down approach. Okay, from the top person for the company to the bottom one. Okay, so we know this thing, right? So we can go for various data literacy programs, right, in the company, right? So if you're working in a company and you're, let's say, the position you're holding to, right, to influence your employees in a proper way, right, to do this work. So you can go for these data literacy programs, okay, where you can train your all your employees in basic data skills. So it's very important when we are talking about a data driven culture, data driven decision. It's not the technical part. So we can, as I've told earlier, it's the we have multiple dimension. Okay, it's not only the technical part. So when we are talking, I'm talking about data literacy program. All the employees, right, at least know the basic data skills, right? How to read dashboards, okay? How to interpret basic statistical, right, significance and all. So I'm talking about this bare minimum, right? So that's why this data literacy programs comes into picture, right? And we also provide this data literacy, right, in our IoT Academy, right? So how you can build, right, these things. So when I'm talking about data analytics, it's not for, you can say that, for the technical, right, people. Okay, it starts from you can say that non-technical as well. Okay, so it's the intent which is your intention which matters a lot. Okay, so this is how we can build a data culture. Okay. Next, we have this is the design the right data organizational structure. Various things you can see this. So we have various things, right? How your organization, your data team determines how fast data insights reach decision makers, right? So we have various ways to do this. So we'll not go deeper into this thing, but you know the point. Okay? So next, this is what we have spoken about, right? I think what are the different, right? The modern data architecture stack. So this is the way the technology architecture must support data collection, then storage, then processing, analysis, and activation end-to-end at enterprise scale. So it starts from the data collection layer. Okay. So how to collect data? This is one of the questions, right? We have already answered, but I'll start this thing again. So data collection, it's mean first you need to know what is your business, right? What is the specific issue, right? What is the specific things your objective, and then based on it you will collect data. Data is, you can also collect the primary one where you are collecting your data, right? It's your data through sensors, right? And you can collect someone's others data as well, right? Others based on their consent, or if it's open source, all these things, event tracking like segment MPD, right? And we have this CRM from customer relationship management, the Salesforce, right? Enterprise resource planning, SAP, IoT sensors, right? Uh, and we have this web analytics, means through website we are generating the data, and we have the third party APIs and other partner data feeds. Okay, so this is the way to collect data. And in IoT Academy we also provide this thing, right, when you're talking about the IoT, right? So how to read the sensors data, okay, how to do the connections and all, right? So IoT sensors. And then next we have this data storage layer. Okay, so in data storage layer it's the cloud data warehouses, right? So data warehouse, for this particular session, it's similar to database. We have gone through database, but uh, you can say that few distinctions. So we have this Snowflake, BigQuery. BigQuery is the Google product, and I think Redshift is the Amazon, right? Yeah, it's the Amazon, right? So we have this BigQuery, Snowflake, right? So full structured data, and then we have data lakes as well, AWS S3, okay, Azure Data Lake. For unstructured data. Unstructured data means we know there are two types of it, structured and unstructured data. So unstructured data is for its images, videos, and okay. And then we have this lake houses, data bricks as well. So we have these concepts which comes under data engineering, right? Data lakes, lakes and warehouses and all. And then we have this data processing layer where you call DBT, okay, for data transformation. This is the data build tool, DBT stands for, and all these things comes under the data engineering part, where data engineers do all these things. So data engineering is the person who is engineering, building the data. That's what data engineering. Okay, so we have various persons comes into picture in this data architecture stack. Okay, so up to this point, we can say that's the work of the data engineer. Okay, we're going for all these things, right? Pipeline management as well. Okay. Then next comes the analytics and BI layer, where the data analyst or machine data scientist comes into the picture. Okay. So like Looker, okay, Looker for the dashboard. We are doing descriptive statistics here like Tableau, Power BI. And we also cover IoT Academy, all these things, how to create dashboards through Tableau and Power BI. And we have other things. We have also this Python. We also provide this Python coding as well, how to do for Jupyter for data science and all. So this is the analytics and BI layer. BI stands for the business layer, business intelligence layer. Then we have this AI and ML layer. Here comes the machine learning expert, okay, or AI expert, okay, like Abhishek, okay. So who goes for like ML flow, right, for this tracking, experiment tracking, and all these things. Here we are creating the AI models, right? So we are monitoring the model on all these things. And next is the activation layer where you can go for reverse ETL tools, all these things to push insights back into the operational system. So you have generated insights from the all these things, right? This is your objective, right? So you will push back all these things to the these platforms, operational platforms, CRMs, okay, marketing platforms. So insights actually drive this action, so that we can see the insights. So these are the technology steps in the technology step, okay. And next, and this is very important. Establish data-driven KPIs. So you need your data-driven organization measure what matters. You need to measure things. Okay, when we are talking about data analytics, it's not the subjective one. You are not describing linguistic in linguistic way. Okay, you are describing through numbers. That's why data analytics. Okay, so data-driven organization measure what matters. You have to measure, and they instrument everything to know they are moving in the right direction. Okay, so numbers are very important. Okay, in data analytics, you have to measure things. Okay, so we have various kinds of metrics here. Okay, so North Star metric stands for the single metric that best captures the value your company delivers. So for ANB is the nights booked. Okay, and for Slack we have a DAU sending message and others, right? For Facebook it's the daily active users. Okay? So this is the you can why is North Star metric, because this is the most critical metric for these companies, because these companies this is the foundation, right? For Facebook it's the daily active users which matters, right? Hmm? So so we create this North Star metric, and we have also input versus output metrics. We also cover this thing in our data analytics courses. Okay, how to build all these things, how to create metrics for the company. Okay, so this is the last is the fourth module where we are creating the generating business insights. So first, I'll go through this thing very quickly. And first, we have to define the business question. It's very important, right? So every analytics project must start with a crisp business question. Okay, not a data question, but the business question here. The framing determines the impact. Okay, so what do you mean by this business question? Okay, can we analyze our customer? And you have to identify the decision maker as well, who will act on this insight. Okay, what action can they take? What is the cost of a wrong decision? Okay, so being a it's a data analyst or data scientist or whatever you are doing as a AI, so it starts from this framing these questions. Okay, so